up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to the 2nd Street Marvel. It's New Comic Book Wednesday. That's right, folks. And you know what that means. That means it's time to go over my comic book pull list for the week. Now, if you don't know what a comic book pull list is, there should be a video right up there where you can go and learn a little bit more about that. Now, normally I shoot from my local comic book shop, but guys, it's been this is a busy time of year for me and my business and everything, so I just don't have the time to get there to do the shooting of this video and anything. So now, as I usually do, I'm gonna start with my Marvel books, then move into DC, and you know, just all the other books after that, the small press and independent books. Although somebody pointed out to me, independent is just kind of an odd term to use for it. So anyway, starting off no different than I normally do, I'm going to start off with Marvel, and we're starting off here with Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality, issue number 1. This is another new miniseries popping up for Spider-Man. Now, I know you guys have probably seen me here on the channel, but hey, Trinity, you said there's too many Spider-Man. Yeah, I've said that. I've said that, but I never said any of them were bad. I just said there was too many of them. Plus, what happened to J.J. Abrams' Spider-Man? Did you get canceled? I'm just kidding. It's probably coming out later this month. But yeah, this book, I already dropped a review here on the channel for this. Guys, this is a great book. If you liked, you know, the first Symbiote Spider-Man that came out, you know, just earlier this year, I think you'll like this one. I liked the way Symbiote Spider-Man ended, because it ended with the implications of this one. This book was really good. For an issue number 1, this is exactly what an issue number 1 should be. Sets up your story, gets you introduced to kind of what's going on, and makes you want to read the 2nd issue. I'm telling you, I got done reading this one, and I was raw. I'm mad because I have to wait to read the 2nd issue. So it's a good one. You should go make sure you check that one out if you're a fan of Spider-Man. The next one I have here is Punisher Soviet issue number 2. Now this one right here is actually you can see, oh, right there, it probably says it right there. See that right there? Explicit content. That means it's not for kids. Because it's probably going to be bloody and violent, just as Punisher probably should be, if you ask me. But also, there is, you know, a little bit more violence and stuff in here, as we've seen in the last issue. I liked issue number 1 on Punisher Soviet. Very good issue. But the art in it doesn't quite do as much for me. I mean, for me, I really liked Matthew Rosenberg's run that just ended just a couple of months ago. But I don't know, Punisher Soviet, it's only, I think, like a 5 or 6 issue miniseries, so, you know, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. The next one I've got here is, guys, I've been waiting for this one, and this is The Amazing Mary Jane, issue number 3. Guys, I know I've talked about this several times already. I've been highly critical of Leah Williams and her writing. I read the first issue like 3 times. I read the 2nd issue. I like what she's doing here. I think she finally just got the right book, the right title, the right character. I don't know what it is. Leah Williams is doing a good job. I can't wait to read this one. I haven't read it yet, but I want to, because I want to see this story continue. I want to see it continue to do what it's done for us in the first 2 issues. Can Leah Williams knock out 3 in a row? We're going to find out. We're going to find out, and I'll let you know. Okay, the next one I've got here, guys, and I dropped my review of this on the channel already. That's X-Force issue number 3. I think this is easily my favorite title out of all the titles that have come out after Jonathan Hickman kind of rebooted the X-Men in the Marvel Universe with House of X and Powers of X. I think this one takes the number 1 spot for me. I like this book. I like the series. I like what's going on in here. Great stuff. I want to see more of this. Definitely a great read if you're keeping up with any of these the mutant books, the X books. It should be at the top of your list right here, man. This is the one. I like this one. Definitely a great book. So moving on, the next one I've got here is Aero, issue number 6. You know, I was thinking about not pulling this anymore, just letting it go. You know, maybe we'll see if I go to issue 10 or 11 or 12, or I don't know. We'll see. Largely, I've liked Aero. It's a pretty good series, and that's kind of one of the reasons, like, I wanna keep getting it. But it's kind of like, you know, like Dragon Ball. Like, there's parts where it kind of drags on a little bit, but altogether, the story's been good. The characters are good. It's written pretty good. Like I said, it just seems a little bit slow moving at times, but plenty of action and cool things going on in it. I like the characters here. Again, a good book. I didn't pull it off my pull list. I just, you know, I'm still getting it. And we'll see for how long, you know. I want to support you know, the books that I like, and that's one of the books that I like. So, you know, it's gonna stay on my pull list until, you know, maybe until something like this one comes off of it. And this is Captain Marvel issue number 13. Now, guys, I'm a few issues. I think I'm like 3 issues behind here. I could be wrong. I might only be 2 issues behind here on this story, but I was like, look at that cover. That cover's pretty sick. I like the cover. The cover of the last one was pretty sweet as well. I'm a few issues behind here. Captain Marvel, it's been okay. I mean, it's not great. It's not terrible. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's okay. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. You know, a couple of the issues towards the beginning of the series didn't quite tickle my fancy. It's kind of like, but since then it's just kind of been, I don't know, it's just kind of mediocre, middle of the road-ish, I guess. You know, kind of mediocre. The next one I've got here is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue number 14. I've really liked Tom Taylor's run here on Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. There's a lot of Spider-Man out there, you know, like, I keep trying to juggle, you know, which one, do I want to take one of them off my pull list? Do I want to take Amazing Spider-Man or Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man off? I can't decide. You know, I did a video not too long ago talking about Spider-Man and what series that you might want to read depending on who you are and, you know, what you're into. And this was actually the one book that I recommended reading overall out of this one, even Amazing Spider-Man. I think this is the one. But it kind of depends, too, because Amazing Spider-Man has been pretty good as well. So that's why I haven't pulled either one of them off my pull list. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sure you know what I mean. Now, the next one here is one I've seriously been thinking about taking off my pull list. Maybe I'll wait until it gets to, like, issue 20 or something, like a good stopping point, like maybe where the trade paperback is going to come out or something. But that's Captain America issue number 17. Again, on this one, I think I am about 2 issues behind on this one as well. I think I'm on issue 15. I haven't disliked it. It's kind of the same thing with the Captain Marvel book. It's just like, it's telling a story. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's just a story. You know what I mean? Like, I read it every month and I'm like, okay, you know, it was okay. You know, it wasn't bad. But at times I feel like I need more than that. You know, we should be getting more than that. Then it's okay. You know, I'm looking, you know, I'll read it next month. You know, I want, like I'm getting with Amazing Mary Jane, and maybe I'm just kind of head over heels for the Amazing Mary Jane because I'm happy that Leah Williams is finally doing a title that I like writing. But this one, you know, like I said, I want to feel that excitement with a book whenever I get done reading it. And I'm going to read it next month, kind of like I feel also with that Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality. That's all I have for my Marvel books. I don't have any DC books this week. As a matter of fact, though, I did forget to pick up Hawkman issue number, I think it's issue number 18 that came out today. I did forget to pick that up, but that is on, I do plan on getting that. So I don't have any DC for today, but I'm going to go ahead and move right into indie books here, or into small press publishers. And the first one I've got here is Dark Age issue number 4. This is on Red 5 Comics. This book has been pretty good. It's like a I can't even say medieval. I was gonna say it's like a medieval tale, but it's not medieval. It's like actually modern day times. But what happened was all the metal in the world pretty much just disappeared one day. Like it's just poof, just gone. Like yeah, like it dusted, just like the Avengers did in Avengers Endgame. Like it was gone, and it really affected a lot of people. A lot of people died. Like they're kind of in a fallout kind of situation here. But it's been a very good book, and you can see like, you know, some of the iconography they're using for this book. But that's not that, you know, not just that is all they've used, because they actually have some references to other things as well, like Star Wars and things like that here throughout the series. I've liked Dark Age. I'm not sure if this is just going to be a mini series or not, but I like Dark Age. I thought it was a pretty good book. Now, moving on into Aftershock Comics. The first one I got here on Aftershock Comics is Shoplifters Will Be Liquidated. Guys, I've liked this book altogether. This is a really good one. I like the story here. It's kind of funny. It's like a futuristic tale, and taking place in a retail environment, you know. And there's like this loss prevention guy who's going out, and like he's like an elite trained like loss prevention associate. that's all I can really say. And he's out there like stopping bad guys and everything. Like it's pretty funny. Imagine Employee of the Month meets Equilibrium. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's pretty pretty good book. Pretty funny, good stuff. And you know, I've really been liking a lot of the titles out of Aftershock comics that I've been reading, and that goes for this next one, which is You Are Obsolete, issue number 4. I have a feeling this book is probably only one issue longer, unless this is the end of it. I don't know. This one seems kind of a little bit thicker, but let's see. No, it looks like there's a next issue. There's a number 5. I'm not sure if this one's going to keep going or not after issue number 5. But I've liked this book. It's pretty good. This reporter basically gets called into this little town to do an interview and write a piece on this town and these kids in this town. Well, she was actually hired by the kids in this town, and she's kind of wondering why she was called in to do this anyway. And they say that she's the right person because she is kind of a victim of online social media culture, you know, in these modern times. And she had recently got canceled. Like, basically, she can't get a job. She's out. She's down and out because something that she had done previously got her canceled. And so that's what's going on in this story. It's been pretty interesting. Issue number 3 kind of left me like, okay, like I liked it, but I'm kind of like, okay, like we need to move this along just a little bit faster. It's not bad though. Wasn't bad. Now this next one is on Boom Studios. Now guys, Boom Studios has been having one heck of a year. They've been doing pretty good with their books, but this one right here is Something is Killing the Children, issue number 4, and this is the variant cover on this one. I liked issue number 1 and issue number 2 of Something is Killing the Children. Issue number 3 seemed like it just kind of dragged on, like it just kind of carried on what issue number 2 was, you know what I mean? Like, so the one thing I do know is I'm guessing this was originally planned for 5 to 6 issues, because I seen recently in the January solicits that it's saying that it's now an ongoing series. So they obviously only had like planned for 5 to 6 issues, and now it's going on. And I'm not saying that's why issue number 3 kind of felt that way, but it kind of makes me feel that way too, you know what I mean? Like they kind of dragged out like, hey, maybe we'll get a, you know, I don't know. Issue number 3 could have been better. It wasn't bad, it just could have been better. I'm looking forward to reading issue number 4 of Something is Killing the Children as well. Now the next ones I have here are on my favorite publisher of the year, guys. That's Vault Comics, okay? And Vault Comics, we've got Heist, issue number 2, or that's Heist or How to Steal a Planet, issue number 2. I wasn't for sure if I was going to like this one or not, if I was going to read it or pull it or whatnot. I read issue number 1 and instantly liked it. The art in the book is pretty nice. The story going on in here was pretty good. You know, something interesting, but still kind of, you know, typical kind of, you know, heist kind of stuff. Interesting stuff, though. I liked the story and everything that was going on. And as he was, the main character here had just gotten released from prison and was going out to assembling a team to essentially steal a planet. Which is something I guess you could say he's kind of done before, but I can't wait to read issue number 2 on that. The next one I've got here is Sera and the Royal Stars, issue number 5. Now guys, I've really liked this series. I like Sera and the Royal Stars. One thing I like about it is that it's kind of telling this tale. It's a medieval fantasy taking place in like Parsa, which is actually in Persia, which is, you know, the Middle East. It's been very good. I like the book. The art in it's been pretty decent. I like everything about this. And I need to bring you guys some more reviews on it because I've liked the series. The one thing I like about it though is because it's like giving you, it's like pulling from like astronomy, you know, like the star constellations and stuff like that. So it's somewhat kind of teaching you something here, giving you a little bit of lore, if you will, along with a pretty decently written story. I've liked this one. Sera and the Royal Stars is one I think you guys should definitely check out. And again, that's issue number 5, and it looks like it says to be continued there at the back of the book. So apparently we're getting an issue number 6 on that one, and I'm glad about that. I like seeing good books continue on. Now the last one I have here is on Image Comics, and this one is Reaver, issue number 6. Okay, now guys, this one is the last book in the first arc, the first story arc of Reaver, and after that, you know, they're gonna go ahead and start a new one again next year, volume 2, if you will, or you know, a second story arc. I've liked Reaver. It's pretty decent. I can't wait to read this one. You know, see how this first little story arc ends. It just seems, I don't know. By the time I don't think there was any delay in the books. It seems like by the time I got to issue, like through issue number 5, like I somewhat kind of forgot about some of the story. Like it just like maybe, I'm not sure if that's just me reading a lot of books or whatnot, or if it's just the fact that, you know, maybe they could have made it, you know, spiced it up a little bit, made it a little bit more interesting. Because the first couple issues were actually pretty good. But I can't wait to read this one. Reaver, issue number 6. This, like I said, it's been a pretty decent series. I have no real complaints about it, though, other than that. But that's all I've got for my pull list here today, guys. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you have on your pull list? And what of these books would you like to see me do more in-depth reviews on here on the channel? And I've actually got some other books that I've got to bring some reviews on. In case you guys didn't see, a while back I went to LA Comic-Con and I got this this box set right here from it was a mystery box from Aftershock Comics, and I actually just got done reading one of the trade paperbacks that came in there, and then I'm gonna start one of these new series, kind of, you know, read some new with a little bit of old, so I can get caught up on all my reading and everything, and bring you guys some reviews on that. That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Second Street Marvel. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed, click the little bell, and all of that good stuff. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. But while you're at it, make sure that you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day. Have a great rest of your week. Go out and support your local comic book shop, guys. Read some comic books, and let's talk about them down in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.